It's a big bad man. What are you gonna do about it? It's a fight. Isn't a big bad man? Yeah, it's big bad. Shut up now. Get on with it.
The results were otherwise. Unremarkable.
Ew, what's going on there, Captain? You little freakazoid, You part of the little royal family, Terminally ill. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Speakeasy, another Weekends with Dad, Your favorite solo podcast. Unremarkable. Hey, we're here. We're kicking ass, really. I mean, listen. If we're doing better than the royal family, I mean, the standards are pretty low, huh? Doing pretty good. We got a little gin and juice. June 19th is coming up, but I just can't get my mind off of Snoop Dogg. I lied. It was the only bottle up there that I hadn't opened yet. I thought the rum was it. A pleasant surprise, Some Tanqueray, reliable, really, mango juice. I love it. I don't think you could go wrong with the mango juice. I should try to stick to maybe some grapefruit or something down the line. I like grapefruit juice so long as it's paired with another, bitter gin, basically. I mean, you could put vodka in there. That's okay. I think it goes better with the cran. You got cran everything. There's cran. I'm doing somebody's bit. I don't know. Somebody has to have a bit about how there's cran. You gonna tell me you got cran apples now? We got cran. I don't know. Hack shit. What's going on, guys? We're in the midst of May now, huh? Pretty cool. We're almost halfway through the year. Spending half a year here in the Speakeasy. It's been kind of nice. Been kind of quiet. I think we could afford to start making some upgrades. Not literally afford to start making some upgrades. Listen, we got all our money tied up in different assets. All right, Boeing is up, baby. Huh? Checking out the Indeed page for the Boeing. A lot of jobs available. The wet work. Holy shit, it's down. Yeah, you love to see it. GameStop's stock. I love that over the past few years, people have actually paid attention to GameStop's stock. They lost so much money. I think it was like $20 worth of GameStop credits. And a free T-shirt. You want a $20 credit, GameStop? Huh? You got to start giving them shit for their terrible business tactics by giving them as much credit as they would give to you. That's the joke. I'm explaining my own joke. That's how this Thursday is going. I'm out of my mind, okay? It's been a long week. It's been, listen, a lot of people crushing it. GameStop. Really not going up. I think the memes are going to come back. That'll be pretty cool. Listen, we get to feel like we're in COVID again. Who didn't like COVID? Pretty cool times. Just saying. Water cleared up, it was a lot quieter around the neighborhood. A lot of kids playing with kites. That was weird. Kites were out of stock in most stores. That was a weird one. Kids just really wanted to try. People, I think it was parents having to spend time with their kids, and they were like, "This is what we used to do for fun." And then kids figured out that kites after 10 minutes are fucking not that fun. Unless you could double down on money for the cool kites. Don't know what those are. Drones, I guess. Drones. You make one look like Superman and you fly it around the Alzheimer's having grandma in the neighborhood, and she freaks the fuck out because we don't know what's going on anymore. All right, COVID's happening. reality TV people are president. Anything could happen. Superpowers, not that big of a deal, honestly. Everybody would have lame ones. Yeah, the money's coming, baby. Not for Miami. Miami I saw recently Miami had gotten a Rolls Royce in addition to their PD units. The police wanted to ball out, but they were balling on a budget. A Rolls Royce at $250,000 is not that good. You may as well have bought a Chrysler 300. Is what you may as well have done. It was one of those. Everybody who was a aspiring Coke dealer bought a Chrysler 300. That was neat, huh? Yeah, you trick out a Rolls Royce a little bit. It looked a little AI-ish, but that's Miami, baby. It's a dream out there, huh? They wanted to use a Rolls Royce to entice the youngins for recruiting purposes. Although, what better time to be a criminal in Miami? Have you ever been in a Rolls Royce? I've never been in a Rolls Royce, baby. I'm gonna treat it like 6th Street in Austin. Just start pissing on the sidewalk. I ain't never been in the Rolls Royce. All right, I wanna feel that class. Pretty cool. I thought it was funny. Pretty sure $250,000 is kind of inexpensive for a Rolls Royce, which is hilarious because I would assume Miami PD with this tactic would cheap out. You leased a Rolls Royce.
It's 2012.
It's a 2012 Rolls Royce. Hi, you fucking bum. You fucking pores out there in Miami. Listen, I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool. I will hit my head on your Rolls Royce entering the vehicle because where'd you get what kind of use of taxpayer money is this shit? Conspicuous cop. Yeah, definitely. Jesus Christ. Knight Rider? Should have had Hasselhoff driving that thing drunk up and down the pier. I don't know what you guys got. I don't know what you got. The coast. Everything's a fucking coast in Miami, pretty much. I mean, if you go anywhere, right? You gotta drive, You gotta drive 20 minutes? If you're in the middle of that peninsula, word of the day. The little schwanz on America, huh? The dirty little dick. Oh, this country, that dirty little dick on this country. Yeah. Hey, man. It's just great to see cops finding new and innovative ways to waste taxpayer money. You should have, honestly, when you see the footage of anybody destroying a cop car and they're burning, Baltimore, really just destroying a cop car, wouldn't you want to see them do that to a Rolls Royce? I'm not inciting violence. I'm just inciting destruction, because nobody gets hurt. Nobody gets hurt any less than the police spending $250,000 on leasing a Rolls Royce. Are we out of our fucking minds? Do you see it? Do you see it yet? Because I'm seeing it. Miami, from what I understand, didn't have a great time during, or they did. They had a great time during COVID, which just goes to who is this surprising to? Who is this surprising to? The department indicated the vehicle is on loan. It'll eventually be returned to Bremen. Listen, sure, you have to divulge this information, but aren't you embarrassed a little bit? A little bit. You've pulled how many black people over for driving something similar to to what you are. And do we get turns? Do we get turns on the lease from day to day? Doing the walk until the lease is. How long until the lease is up? Good God. And I'm taking, I don't know how many years to pay off the vehicle that we got. I mean, with the pod doing so well, it could be all over tomorrow, honestly. But I just want to be doing better than Miami PD. And I don't think that's a lot to ask. If I get a Rolls Royce, you bet your bottom dollar. That was my baseball voice. You bet your bottom dollar, and I'm going to be a fucking lease, okay? Bob Maneri, shout out. I'm sure he's doing fantastic. He don't need it. Yeah, man. Hey, listen. Of all the wacky shit we get to see Miami do, isn't it fun to watch them, just fuck around a little bit? Huh? You get to let your cops drive something that will never be within the salary that they get paid. Never. You'll never fucking drive in a Rolls Royce again. I promise you'll never drive a Rolls Royce again. What are you, the captain? Huh? What are you embezzling from the school district? You loser? Figure it out. Get a game plan. Put yourself in a position as a higher up to where you can embezzle money from the company. That is the American way, baby. It'll take 20 years before you get, indicted or whatever, thrown in jail. If somehow you won't be seen as committing treason in any way. I don't know the definition of treason, but I'm pretty sure embezzling from school districts and police departments and things of this nature, pretty sure I would call that something of as serious a nature as treason. Is that treason? I don't know. I'm learning. I'm a learning man. I will not lie to you people and tell you that I know everything. I can just pretend to. And then I have to acknowledge, apologize or whatever. I tell you what, though, if I get a voice acting career and I'm just so happen to be playing like a black guy or something, I'm never fucking dropping that job. I'm never fucking letting go of that job. I've been wanting to be black my whole life. You're going to tell me I get to live vicariously through a cartoon character? I'm just remembering the whole Simpsons thing. The guy that played the doctor in The Simpsons got recast as a real black guy because these are our actual problems. Not Miami spending $250,000 of taxpayer money on a lease to get sexy young cops. We want the tan ones. We want the 902.0. Oh, that's California. We want the sexy cops. This is Miami. Are you stupid? Miami needs sexy cops. They're trying to make a calendar, guys. Help them make a calendar. We're working on our own over here. I get it. It's hard. People are hard to come by. It's tough. It's tough out here. Real hard situations. You don't want to be, you don't want all your officers looking like fucking Steve Buscemi. Oh. All right? I love Steve Buscemi. Ugly guy. Not a handsome fella. Not a super handsome fella. I will say that. I feel very bad for him. He was just assaulted in New York. Guys, when they say eat the rich, they don't mean the lesser paid guy out of the Happy Gilmore production company, okay? They mean Adam Sandler, which he dresses probably worse than Steve Buscemi. I could only imagine. Have you seen Adam Sandler walking around? Love you, Adam. Because I know he watches the show. Shout out Adam Sandler. I know he needs it. Yeah, man. Fucking poor Steve Buscemi. Just got sucked on a New York sidewalk. Nobody knows why. I don't know. Maybe the guy rolled over on the wrong side of the sidewalk and caught his wife sleeping with another man. I can't imagine this guy is living like what a sexy older man, though. What a sexy older man Steve Buscemi was assaulted by.
He was built like Mike Tyson.
This guy is built like, yeah. He's like in better looking shape than Mike right now. Mike Tyson, I understand, could knock anybody's fucking head clean off probably right now. I think he's back on the tee. That's great. Mike, hell yeah, baby. You need some tee replacement. You're getting older. You're going to compete. I think that it's only necessary for testosterone replacement to be looked over in the drug test for his upcoming fight against what blah, blah, Paul, whichever one of them. I don't fucking keep up with them. Okay? Yeah, what a good-looking old man. If you're going to get assaulted by anybody on the New York street, on the streets of New York City, I mean, look at the fucking physique on this man. He's 50 years old. Clifton Williams. 50 years old, this man. We had to have seen videos of him doing pull-ups on some scaffolding out there in New York City next to some fucking Greek bodega. I've been living on this pita bread they've been throwing away for that one. That was unintentional black voice.
Bro just talked about voicing a black man. What do you mean unintentional?
That was unintentional. That was a straight up accident. But wasn't it good? Wouldn't you hire me? Wouldn't you hire me to play some, 50-year-old, not a black guy now, like a 50-year-old black guy that still, occasionally calls somebody cat. Need me some fucking carbs out here in these New York streets. Need me some of that pita bread, dude. Oh my God. Yeah. Shout out Clifton Williams. I don't think he's needing it at all. He's assaulting celebrities. They got his name, so I'm assuming he didn't get away with it. But I'd love to see the fight he put up against the police. Oh my goodness. If they just tried to wrangle him down, these greasy, fat New York cops, these wet, overweight New York cops trying to wrangle my boy Clifton. They accidentally tear his shirt off. Now everyone's wet. I mean, oh, what a sight to behold. Can we find what's Clifton's Instagram? This 50-year, if you look like that at 50 years old, if you look like Clifton at 50, you've got a fucking Instagram account. You're not posting pictures. You're not doing thirst traps at 50. Imagine the same age pussy you'd get nowadays looking like Cliff at 50, just posted on Instagram, just got done with my workout, y'all be safe out there. Y'all be safe out there because I'm coming for you. Fuck Cliff. I love this guy. He's Mike's next competitor. Listen, Clifton Williams versus Mike Tyson next. I think we should have skipped the Paul brothers. I'm tired of hearing about and seeing them fight older folk. And I hate to call Mike Tyson that, but that's where we're at, baby. I'm sorry. Love you, Mike. Absolute role model, seriously. I saw a press conference for that fight, and some fucking little 9-year-old kid saying fuck this and fuck that shit, whatever. And the whole time Mike Tyson's going, where's this kid's mother? I was thinking the same thing. I understand I'm also 50 by heart, but look at your fans. If I have anything to say to the Paul brothers, look at your fucking fans. Look at your fan base. Are you not embarrassed? And I'm a fan also of saying not my fault if people repeat me or if people, like any offensive joke that I have, whatever have you. But are you not fucking embarrassed of these highlight having prime energy drinking fucking nobody can't read children? I'm not gonna upset myself thinking about these guys. I'm not gonna do it. I do it far too often, and I understand I do. Listen, guys got anger problems. Dad's got anger problems. Okay, that's one of the reasons Mom didn't stick around. I never did anything. But she just didn't have the patience for Pop. Okay. I don't need you telling her nothing. All right. Listen. I'm sick and tired. Young, old, it's all crazy. It doesn't matter the age range anymore, and I think that's something that we need to start worrying about is how insane. How many fights online do you see that are old people? Like, where's the ratio? If you're one of the people that posts videos of fights that happened in your school, I mean, you're a fucking loser probably. You work a camera. Figure out how to work a camera at least. And then maybe you can get hired on by like Street Beefs or Portnoy or one of them for one of their, American Gypsy fights. But the old people acting up really makes me nervous. It does. I started looking into the I forget its name, the asteroid that's supposed to hit. Started looking into that a little bit more today. Just fantasizing, just really yearning for 2036. I hope it doesn't hit the keyhole. I hope we don't redirect it. I hope we're gone by 2040. How old am I going to be by? I'll be 46 years old in 24, and I wasn't planning on making it to 50 anyway, baby. Okay, it's too much. There's too much going on. Listen, we were supposed to be living in the future by now. Now, most of you work at Amazon. You're collecting bottles to piss in when you deliver to fucking ungrateful housewives, military wives that don't do anything. So why in the world do we still have... Why are we still doing the whole king shit? I'm actually... of anybody I'm tired of harassing, it's the fucking royal family. I'm so sick of talking about the royal family. But my boy Charlie, again, he's just surviving. I'm amazed by it. Granted, if we started this podcast a few years ago and I, noticed the queen at all, I'd be in shock and awe that she was around for as long as long as she was, and most people should have been. But my boy Charlie had his first royal portrait done, looking like he's in hell. I thought what I had thought was that this was like 2 years into his self-portraits after being diagnosed with dementia. And this is just, we're watching the deterioration of his mind as he's painting himself. He's going to be a Cheshire cat in a week. There's plenty of portraits being done. But no, this was done by somebody, professional painter, I'm assuming. England probably has... far too many of those. Listen, you get a liberal arts degree or an arts degree of any kind in America, you're probably going to be working in a fucking kitchen for, if you don't try anything else, the rest of your life. But in England loves them some useless shit. England loves being useless. And they find ways to make useless people millionaires all of the time. How many artists do you have, England? It's just far too many useless people. And the Nazis were fucking useless too, because they wouldn't have killed a pianist or a painter They thought that there was value in that. Listen, I would never seriously put myself in the shoes of the Nazis. Maybe that's why you lost, baby. You were keeping useless people around. It's dragging you down. You don't got too many resources. Listen, you figured out how to make your army as efficient as possible with something as cheap as meth. And then you just kept useless people around and didn't put them on meth. They got to eat. You're not going to put the useless people on meth too? Imagine the paintings. Imagine the, imagine all the new piano songs that we'd have. I don't know what they call. I don't know what they call piano songs. Imagine all the new piano songs. Germany, huh? They say they learned their lesson. I don't think they did. Yeah, man. A lot of painters out there. A lot of my boy Charlie doing the self-portrait work, very great. A lot of world leaders have been great painters. Some unrecognized. Hitler, right back to him. Art is just, I don't know. I don't understand how we don't put a cap on how many famous painters we have. There should be 20 famous painters in the world. And then the rest of them can go fucked up. And we'll vote on them. It won't be anything silly like the royal family where these inbred hicks just keep on putting fucking sparkly hats on and we parade them around. Let horses break free. Rehearsing one of their birthdays, it is a big deal because he will not be here next year. He will not be here next year. Doesn't he look like he's just in hell? Doesn't he kind of look like Satan in this one? Doesn't he? Which is flattering for Charlie to make him look like he would have any kind of power at all more than lifting a cantaloupe. It's just this fam. I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of this fucking family. They're like Rothschilds. They just won't die. They just won't die. Listen, I understand. The richer you are, the more options that you have for whatever illness that you were smitten with, were struck down by. Let him go. Just let him go. A lot of people around the States, none that I know, but a lot of them that end up with cancer just go, listen, I'm not doing chemo. I'm not going to live the rest of my life like that. I'd rather just die with a head of hair. And the fact that Charlie is getting some kind of treatment, still has his hair. You're not putting a wig on that fucking thing, okay? not unless he ends up looking like one of our founding fathers. And, I don't know. I can't wait for that rock. I'm yearning for it. Can't stop thinking about it. I want to feel the rotation of the earth kind of change if it gets too close. And I'm like, whoa, 4 more years, baby. 4 to 7 years. We'll hang out with Neil deGrasse Tyson. We'll have him on the podcast. I'll smoke a joint with him. I'll tell you what. I'll smoke a joint with if we get Neil deGrasse Tyson on here. Maybe after the podcast, I'll smoke a joint with him because I'm not gonna waste an hour of having Neil in the studio. You saw how the last time I was on camera with any kind of influence. It didn't last long. Kind of a short episode, huh? Kind of short. I tell you what, though, I'm not going to be talking about astrophysics. I have Neil on. I'm just trying to see, ask him about his college years, what kind of drugs he did, how much pussy crushed. Look up Neil deGrasse Tyson. I mean, have you seen Neil deGrasse Tyson at a young age? What a fucking stud. He looks like my boy Clifton. It's just, Kang the Conqueror over here. Wouldn't that be great? if we replace Jonathan Majors with just put CGI over Neil and make him look young again, fucking what a unit! What a unit that guy was. I'm trying to look like Neil. That's what I'm trying to look like. He was in like OJ shape. Pretty cool stuff, man. Pretty cool stuff. Seeing some people in their younger years. I'm sure he did some shit none of you would think. I'm not talking about I had a joint every once in a while. That kind of bullshit a president has to say. I was known to take a tune back in the day. Nah, this guy, I mean, up late at night discussing the mysteries of the universe. Guess what that takes? Because it rhymes with brocane. Neil's a cool guy, man. Pretty cool guy. Speaking of cool guys, I think it's been long enough, for sure, since we had our last Danny Masterson update. Boom! This guy is knocking it out of the park. Danny Masterson. Don't you love seeing winners win? I mean, what better life could you have asked for? You know, you're in the top sitcom in America in the early 2000s. That was huge. That was the biggest thing that you could have. He was even in a couple movies afterward. That's a little too much to ask most of the time. That's a little too much to ask. He tried having an acting career after that 70s show. Didn't really work out because nobody fucking wants you if you're not Hyde. And then you get away with just, I mean, who knows what kind of shit exactly you got away. As a man who doesn't run a company, you got women to sign a contract. That's a fucking, I mean, you have to be praying to somebody at that point. I mean, the guy has just been killing it since I don't know when, and now we get to see him living his best life in prison. He got transferred to a very minimum security prison, and now he's like making friends with the guards. He's got a $300 a month budget on candy. They're doing movie nights. He's just kicking around in his onesie. I love it. I love it, dude. You love to see a winner win. Listen, there's no sandals resort that a loser like me can go to where I could play pickleball every morning, all right? Have a $300 a month budget on candy. What are we doing? I know. Our producer's trying to tell me what he got away with. Like, I don't know.
Well,
all
he
right?
didn't get away with it.
He didn't get away with it. Well, did he not get away with it?
Well.
Did he not get away with it? At about 11:30 or so, he heads out onto the pickleball court, which has a basketball rim where he stretches and works out. Morning stretches. If I had the time in the morning to do my morning stretches, I mean, my world might be just entirely different. He plays pickleball for about 2 hours. Listen, I don't know what kind of life health-wise Danny Masterson has led, but 2 hours of pickleball sounds absolutely exhausting to me. I've played pickleball, kind of difficult, okay? If you're going to sit there and tell me that pickleball ain't just tennis, you're a fucking liar. It's fucking just tennis. That's all it is. The numbers are the same. It's love, you know. You're what is it? What's the scoring for tennis? There's love, game. You go up by like 15 points at a time. See, I don't live as high a life as Danny Masterson. I don't get to. By the way, we checked out the price on pickleball paddles, and I love to say that pickleball paddles. We didn't even go to Dick's Sporting Goods. We didn't even go anywhere that had any good equipment. We were at like Target or some French bullshit, and still it was like $100 a racket. Can you call them rackets? Is it a paddle? Can I put holes in it? Can I smack freshmen in the ass with it? Like I'm Danny Masterson or something. Four major differences. Oh, how many players? I guess. Yeah, player accessibility. Most of the time, tennis is a one-on-one game because it's elitist and we love to take up as much space as we can for fucking nothing. Golf. Argue with me. Debate me on that. Elitist sports are actually a thing. Yeah. Not the same as wiffle balls. Okay. Because we had this argument. Are you going to sit there and tell me that's not a fucking wiffle ball? The diameter of the holes are a little bit bigger on a wiffle ball, I believe. There's not as many on a pickleball. Listen, a bunch of really dumb... as long as we're not playing badminton, I'm okay with it. You know? Okay, so a pickleball basically looks like a pool filter. If you've ever been in a pool, if you've ever been in anything besides an above ground pool, a pickleball looks an awful lot like a pool filter. Let's go back. Huh?
Are you talking about this one?
Yeah.
That's the wiffle
That's
ball.
the wiffle ball? Mm-hmm. Well, fuck me, huh? I thought for sure one of the only things I've ever gotten a shiner from was a wiffle ball. I know, pussy, right? But let's go back to Danny here. We need to hear more about his routine because these are life goals. If you don't have any goals like Danny Masterson is living right now, then I don't know what to tell you. This is as good as life gets. Okay? He stretches and works out, and he plays pickleball for about 2 hours. Athlete. I love this detail. And he plays pretty decent. He's getting better, and his playing has improved in the past few months. Danny! Why have we gotten any postcards, Danny? He's getting better, improved over the past few months. He's on the court quite a bit, I could tell. We need some thirst trap pictures from Danny. The one thing I could say is that his jump shot is surprisingly good. Not like the thespians I knew when I went to high school. Who the fuck is writing this? This is journalism, baby. This is journalism. This is the future of journalism. Not these schmucks that go into war zones trying to tell you what their truth is. You know, these libs. At 48, I mean, 2 hours on a pickleball court is just phenomenal. Really. Most of the people that I hear talk about giving it to the missus for way too long, I cut them off. I'm like, first of all, don't believe you. First of all, shut the fuck up. Secondly, I mean, I covered this in like the second episode. You're fucking your wife for an hour? What are you, gay? What are you fucking... You've got to be gay. Anyway, listen. That's neither here nor there. If anybody wants to, plow their wife and imagine somebody else maybe to not last an hour. If you're not even straight, then why are you trying to impress this woman so much, huh? Masterson, 48, has also apparently made nice with the prison's security guards. Well, I wouldn't see why he couldn't. He's such a charismatic guy. I don't know if you know this or not. Danny has talked people into quite a bit. Source adds, Masterson works for prison guards as an errand boy. Aww. He hands out the Ducants on permission slips to fellow inmates who have their medical appointments, counseling sessions, and other appointments within the prison. I don't even know what that means. What's a Ducant?
It's a ducat.
A Ducant? A Ducat? I don't got. Listen, it doesn't look good if I wear my glasses on the pod. So me misreading and misunderstanding. I don't know what a ducat is either.
It's a permission slip. Bro needs to
Or
use context
we'll
clues.
put it in parentheses or permission slips. You fucking moron! Who's writing these articles? Huh? I gotta proofread these articles as I'm. You know, I mean, listen. This might look easy to you. It's a pretty hard job. All right, here we go. 3 p.m. every day, Masterson's required to be in his cell for a head count. Standard procedure. I'm with it. Just a rule follower. Danny Masterson is known to be. Just a real rule follower. He doesn't want to, step on any toes, Danny, over here. He wants to have his stay be as, less problematic to everybody. That's kind of the way that Danny lives, I think, is just not problematic to everybody around him. That matters. Everybody else, can screw. According to the insider, but he's allowed to use a prison-issued tablet. Oh shit, he's an iPad kid. With the device, he can play video games or choose from a selection of TV shows. What season of that 70s show are you in right now, Danny? Because we just rewatched it, and I gotta tell you, big fan. However, source clarifies that the prisoners, quote, don't have access to traditional internet. Oh fuck. What's the traditional internet, huh? He can't watch The Ranch because Netflix is too expensive now. And all of the That 70 Show albums, emails, and messages are monitored. Oh shit! He can't talk to Deborah Jo Rupp. He can't talk to great beard, Danny. He can't talk to Topher Grace, huh? I feel like anytime that you see somebody's incoming or outgoing emails and you see the name Topher on it, you're like, this is harmless. This is fucking harmless. Sources say he can spend up to $300 a month at the canteen. Huh? Apparently he's spending most of that on candy. I hope they have a good dentist over there. It has limited items, mostly snack items, chips, honey buns. Bro, stop right there. If I don't love me some damn honey buns, dude. I have been known. Honey buns, let me tell you something about me. Honey buns have been my fucking absolute kryptonite since I was like 8 years old, dude. 8 years. I fucking cannot stop myself. Given almost any option for breakfast, I'll choose a fucking honey bun over almost anything. I don't know why that's important. I just couldn't take my mind off of it. I want me a fucking honey bun right now. God damn it, Danny. This is the worst thing you've done. Just make me think about honey buns in the middle of a fucking son of a bitch. For protein, they sell bagged chicken and tuna. What? Guys. The guy spends 2 hours on a pickleball court every morning. You're going to tell me the only protein he's allowed is probably under-seasoned chicken and tuna? Can we put a petition out there to give Danny some better protein? Jesus Christ. I mean, he's a criminal, not a slave, guys. You can't just treat him like some kind of fucking biblical times piece of shit. Let him eat the dirt. He doesn't seem to be too shy, and he limits where he doesn't seem to be too shy. You don't fucking say. Are you fucking kidding me with these quotes? Oh my God. Limits who he has around him. That's nothing new. At first, there was a couple people around him that were going to victimize him. Good luck. I spend 2 hours on a pickleball court every morning. Good luck, bitch. I will fucking fold you. Come on. He's swinging a pickleball paddle around, not some flimsy, no-weighted tennis ball racket, okay? A pickleball paddle. I don't know how many ounces are in a pickleball paddle.
I think a tennis racket is heavier.
No, it's not. No, it ain't. If Zendaya can flick around a tennis ball racket, it don't weigh shit. I have felt both kinds of rackets. I'm pretty sure a pickleball paddle weighs more. I know that a lot of these white sports end up using, like, they'll tell you the weight. They'll tell you how many grams the bitch weighs if it's not enough, you know? Like Frisbee, Ultimate Frisbee. They got all sorts of different weights with Frisbees. So it matters. And I'll tell you something. I bet you a pickleball paddle will weigh somewhere between 7 and 9 ounces at the string-weighted tennis rackets. 11 to 11 and a half ounces? Sounds like a bitch-ass pickleball paddle, huh? I want some weight on my pickleball paddle. I tell you what, I bet Danny does too. All right? I bet he wants some weight on his pickleball paddle, 24% heavier than the 9-ounce pickleball paddle. I understand. Listen. I just don't accept it. A pickleball paddle is not even hollow. Can you call a tennis racket hollow? Anyway, some guys wanted to victimize him. I love the euphemisms that these people use. Even whatever crime anybody has committed and you're reporting on them in prison, you're still going to use some pussy word, I'll say it, like victimize. What were they talking about doing to him? I want those details. I would love that. Can we get a different insider reporting any of this? I still want this guy because this guy's fucking nailing it. But some of the other prisoners interfered with that. Okay, so Danny's spending a lot of his $300 of candy on protection. Probably. You don't let Danny smoke in a minimal security facility like that. You can't let. Is it harder to smoke? I just need to know where I'm going if I ever go to prison. Is it harder to smoke if you're in a more privileged camp? If you're in a more privileged prison, is it harder to smoke? Because if I go to prison, I'm never giving up smoking. I'll tell you that right now. So he's got a clique of friends, if you want to call them that. In the quote, he says he has a clique, if you want to call it that. You just did. You just fucking did. Just say he's got a group of friends. It's mostly the guys in the neighboring cells. Like I said, it's a mature crowd, so they're not doing dumb shit. These are older guys that are out of the gang serving 25 to life that are rehabilitated, hoping to get a parole hearing date to get out. They're well behaved, these criminals. They're well behaved. Listen, these guys that are serving 25 to life that have given up enough information on the gangs that they were in to be in a minimal security prison, these older guys, the bookkeepers, the ones that, got in for stabbing several of their buddies and the missus to death, they're well behaved, all right? They're not savages, these guys. They're not OJ. Huh? They're working on themselves is what they're doing. And I would hate to report such kind of hate speech about these men that are trying to better themselves, and they're offering Danny Masterson protection. I love the idea that Danny is afraid of 60-year-olds. That's fucking hilarious. He's offering them a little bit of honey. And also probably a little bit of honey, if you catch my drift. It's great to see Danny doing so well. I don't know how long he's supposed to be serving in this prison. I don't know if it's like a is it like a car insurance thing where when you get a better when you refinance the vehicle, it just takes even longer because you got a little bit better of a deal and it makes it less hard on you as a poor person. Yeah, 30 years. Okay, so he was probably in there for 20. And now he's in there for 30 because he's, being treated so well, so fairly, Danny. Love the pickleball. Keep it up. What we need to do is start a fantasy league for pickleball. And Danny will make my roster 10 times out of 10. I promise you. Listen, on ESPN, we have all the sports. We have all of the sports. There is fucking slap fighting, pillow fighting, okay, and cornhole on ESPN. Am I making this shit up? Have you seen the movie Idiocracy? They on the fucking ESPN channel at a certain point on one of their certain channels that they charge a separate subscription fee for. There is pillow fighting, not the sexy kind, not the one that you think you would pay for. But your daughter got out of art school and figured out that that's not going to make any money. So here she is pillow fighting. And the weight of those pillows does matter. They're not 8-ounce gloves, okay? You're just not getting knocked out by this weird sack with a rope handle on it. There's slap fighting, and there's cornhole, soon to be pickleball. Can we get Danny doing a very intimidating walkout to play pickleball where he's got the Hannibal Lecter mask on and just chains all around him? This is the most dangerous pickleball player on the planet. They're playing Black Sabbath on his walkout, and he's like trying to bite the guards, but his Hannibal Lecter mask won't let him get to their flesh. They unlock him and just let him go because he's used to 2 hours. I don't know if you know this. A pickleball game don't last that. So Danny's going fucking nuts out there. He'll put a pickleball right through your tummy, Danny, I hear. Crazy shit Danny is capable of on that pickleball court. What an animal, what a savage. Don't you love seeing winners win? And we just love it. We love all of it. I cannot wait. As soon as pickleball is on ESPN, I'm petitioning that. Just that. I will not be voting this year, but rest assured, if pickleball hits the ESPN stage, I need me some Hyde. Guys, like I said, this is an in-depth podcast. This is an informative podcast, so to speak. Thank you for watching the episodes if that's what you're doing. From front to back, that's an accomplishment. I don't think so. I think I'm pretty entertaining, but it doesn't matter. That's up to you guys. And I'd love to hear from you a little bit more. If you got any drink wrecks, that'd be great. I'm just kind of mixing it up on what I know, which is not much. I'm kind of putting my money on you guys to, broaden my horizons and help me learn a little bit on the mixology, spectrum, if you will. So help me out, man. Hit me up. Do the commenting. Honestly, we're putting in a lot of work over here. It takes really nothing for you guys to hit a couple buttons, do some commenting, like the video, share it with your friends, do all the shit with the episodes, guys. Hit us up. Rest assured, next week we're going to be right back here, signing titties and shaking babies and kissing hands. Miss me.